Sanfiem Pimino and yet you know back money. Yasha Yambrano and Donko Abba Paunsima Edunu Enum 25 minutes past 1. Ya church will be at Amasepa, Sir Modaswa and the Yang Ekabomo and we are Brei Emo. The Yemenia Jepa, the Intiamania Giano, Edikai Mamain. Near Tosumi, you know, so a Ghana Education Service, Chioma Jeno, and as a woman statement on Asinsemo, they've presented their statement on Achimota School. They say, almost 1 minute Achimota School, no a yard, Jenny. The Jilis a Ghana for Bebre, no Esia BB, Efri, Sadia, we ya a bar, Nanu ye, Mono, Ghana for Sia, Nema Bebre, Efrimo. Sabe enti na mpanyi kase yenyiran krane mu entutun krane asem bi eba bibi esia entutun mampamirika enkokasa mfa ho tena sena dwene ho yi ansa that way all sides and all angles dwendwe ho nyina wie ansa na obeka asem bi afa ho a ana obetu ho na mo bi a watu wahwe na akopepere ho kotu mampamirika na akwaji wani so ebi na esie e oji yes abreso yi we ya hadwene kakra hadwene ankasa nye se ha ya hadwene mpo hadwene ankasa the whole Ghana Education Service so Timbuktu Ghana Mali Sumanguru woni bibi ye wo emra ye wo nhyehyeye a ye de hwen ekobia eni krobia wo mra wo mo ediso ekobia wo mra wo mo ediso endi sa wo ba mo foforo na ye de mra na ekyerew na wuntimi ni sa mra na so a anabraka na watwe ho boko we enye ntokwa na enye gidigidi bia ekuo ya ye domi sei netie sa wo kondro sa wo pesa wo bedom sa ekuo ni bia ye nhyehyɛ ye ne ye mra ya ye enie di soma yen because the nipa su ene ye ban etie no se ya mamra ne hyehyɛ bi an guide ye ya ye be ye niema basa we mpo a emra edi ya wompo no enie enti ye ban ye education sector na school bia e woni rules and regulations na say ni code and professional ethics a wo mo de eti school no emo it is all you want say obeba school no mo e wo sesa hyehyɛ ye no sa mra no utimi edi so pepepepepepepe so wontimi enni so dia na chese wonya ready so be part and parcel of that particular school it yebese Ghana Education Service next time anamon foforo bia mo betu no wonto mo bo ase kakra Professor Opoku Amankwa ba bia wo bia prof awie me mo aha o sa rules and regulations anachese hyehyɛ a school bia ene ne de no wonim ne ntia wo ho no mo eboa ehyepi mmofra no emma daache wo so banfa so papa e de ma oman no enti wo mo wo bra wo be sorry wo da wo be sorry no asiesie wo ho wadware no ye ready for class and as lessons ena ye wo emra anase bra ya shato wo no se sa bere wei ena esa nopa udidie enti ni abo bell na wo kwakofa have breakfast kama we are your bra would be have lunch. And no entin kwada your bra would be pon aqua back to dormitory and as fie. When you go back to dormitory, a who see a back or dormitory and sana a beer enumerate ason and what could did enumerate at the swaka. When you na ya schools no do one a year a guiding colano. Na wa wie ne sa no ya wo bra wo de beko prep na so de beko tena se anwumre na wo sua de eti bre no so se ye ko prep a wo ye hwan ese wo di sa bre no so mi ja ba ko wo mu awia bre mu pa wa pon classes be 2 o'clock no ese wo have we siesta ese wo timi eda kakra wo have we siesta wo da na wo ji wa home esanse wa ko sua de a bre eti bra na beji wa home ne da oda enyane a adwuma bi wo ho no mo a oyesa wo ye odometry a watimi ya yesiesie ho ene ade a wenum nyina ye de shepi mofra no se de be adaache wo mo so beba mfaso daache wonya adwuma ye no okwa adwuma ma onko adwuma late daache ye okwa adwuma mu ne ye mara adwuma so wonya obema na ne eku adwuma wo ye no ho ebra so wo de ye adwuma no onfa nkoda When you know ye quiet fast why ye shaping ye mano na ye nya free ye suku mu. And no danche school no ewa prescribed attire and as a uniform and kwadano womo beshe. And to want to be for ubro nyatade emese enko school no say wo de wo ne gagauga enti no ye ma kwana fa ubro nyatade ebre school. And so en school bia won a hairstyler ono so wode ato no say wo ye obi a woni je ho say obeba sa school we mu dia ene ye wo hairstyle no say ene say wo ye no and no so why ready so be joining that particular school and so you're ready so be obey sa rules and regulations. It's in the course of fire nu no Rastafarian dey Achimota school ni ade no enyo bia constitution no estate in clear sa bofra bia wo ho kwan se e ma no kwan moko school yes but school bia so wo ne ho hyehyeye ene mmara eno no mdi shape mofra no esa de ni obi abeye ne ope obia ebeye ne ope. It's Ghana Education Service, over to you. And I'm your madrid say me can yema mienu to baako na me de atwa me de etwa so bio am pesa me ka ho asem Ghana eto ayem panyufo ahyehya ma say see etua. You have to pay your taxes as a good citizen. Essence say eto ne de sika eno ne yedwedwe ne kakran we taku we simpo we kapre ne aboa ne nyina no na aboboa eno ene de kyekere wo man no. Na mi bi so enya bia mi bisa say aso ebibrem ha say ebibi man bi betimi abon ho so agina ne nan so ahwe omanfo no bra onkoje bosia emfiri obroni wagubroni anakwasi broni nchen aso aban bi beba aban ne beka say medie me bosia de bosia menyi bi da IMF wo World Bank yo wo mo de abase e medupu Africans enti de bia si yaji wo mo ho sika ni de bia the more ye bo bosia no the more ene koso hia yen the more na de bia ye sa ehye wo manum enti ni omo pe no ene omo beye yen eno nti na sa wo kosa wo akọbọ bosia so otumfo otumu wa wo ka wafo abeti wo your mind na wo IMF na World Bank sa wo akọbọ bosia yes ye na e ba be hwe osika semu wo mo ye hefo be hwe osika semu wo mo ye hefo yen ni amakwan and the same ye be ya menu mienu ye betimi aboa aban ama aban netimi atena se no wa hye omanfo atue adwumayefo ka sojafo prosifo teacherfo aban nyumayefo civil servants na sefo yi nyina ye betimi atue omoka no eseme no yetimi yi adwen se ye betua eto ye betua tax essence a tax no ene betimi sustain government no be ya make obi to be no kasa na tax no yetua no mu dis Ghana hwan eno ye beba ho be kan ho no mo so asem anso enye ne ene de ha ene ye de eto na yetua ye was ye oman be pa bia asede ene na sudie se so otua no oman ba pa bia asudie ene wasede se ese wotua to na ye de siesie oman no enti womo yetua to ma womo a na womo dan na nkwanta no womo so ye bebo womo ho enti ene de ha ene ye de ebesie Ebusia for production crew aye crowd headed by Joe Odamia Dumak Jerry Sajima Airboy Sasuna Frema Abankron so Airboy and ne Frema say yen Facebook live no aton nsuom kakra enti obi afene ni enche YouTube kwa type Despite Media search for it Despite Media you know obehu yesi e wo ho no mo enti na wo so wa follow yen kama o comments bi na opesa wo de ba ni nyina obetimi e de afa YouTube na wo de aba ye bekenkan ne bre se fatemo e de amao Midin ede MAAME BIAMAH AKWAFO betimi afra me biamzi 1 and say woman gada MAAME soja BIAMAH brofo de ni nyina me bo midin say na grofo comment so me de emfa me ho ene e wa lie Ebusia enche ye de kana wu beba na kana wu no nanka ye hwe ni mu senke ne empanyufo bi bedi nkomo enso ye nsantimi anka ho na so se de tie bia sa asem no ye bebo so
Fiscal impact of COVID, about 19 billion cedis to respond to COVID. And we did not necessarily charge the Ghanaian for it. We had to borrow, we had to take money from the Bank of Ghana to deal with the COVID pandemic. That's why today articles are being published around the world commending Ghana as one of the best response countries. But that 19 billion cedis has to be paid for at some point. The liabilities we have incurred has to be paid for. COVID expenses are going to be with us at least for the medium term.
Does the 19 billion include the free water and electricity?
It does. It's part of COVID-related expenses.
No, but you gave us that one hand and you're taking it back the other.
No, we were in the midst of a crisis and government had to front load.
You said it was free.
But it's free to you. It wasn't free to the treasury. It wasn't free to the treasury.
I'm lost here.
No, so when we say free electricity, it doesn't mean that the IPP producer is also going to say, because the president has said free electricity, I won't charge the country for it.
The government will have to pay.
The government will have to pay.
Yeah, but I'm saying that you are now in 2021.
Yes.
You now want us to pay for it.
I'm saying the government, for example, had to borrow money, the fiscal impact about 19 billion, to make all of those expenses happen. And in addition to that, there are going to be expenses in the medium term because of COVID. The government is asking a question. Can we continue to accommodate this COVID black hole in this already widening gap of our finances? Or do we have to introduce a revenue handle that can take care of it? And the government comes to a view that, with the greatest of respect, can we take 1% VAT to pay for that, so that COVID does not become an ever-burdening expenditure item for us?
Yeah, but you made a choice to give us free water and electricity. You've extended it, and it served you well in the politics of the day.
Because government
won the election.
Because governments make
only
choices.
down to come and tell us to pay for it.
No, because governments make choices on behalf of their people. If we are at war, and the government has to make a decision that we have to procure A, B, C, D, E, F, G to go to war and win that war, and does not necessarily tax the population for it today, and mobilizes for us.
But the free was populist.
I'm coming to mobilize and come together and achieve it. It is well in order for the government, when we have won the war, or we are on a clear path to winning the war, to say, this has been the cost.
So it wasn't free then?
It was free to the people of Ghana at the time.
But now we are paying for it.
Treasury, we have to now begin to close.
You just delayed the payment. So it wasn't free. You should have told us that.
Well, no, because
down the line you pay for this.
No, because everything we consume in this country is paid for.
The total debt stock mix was made up of a provisional figure of 141.780 billion for external debt and 149.83389 billion for domestic debts, accounting approximately for 48% and 51.4% of the total public debt stock, respectively. As a percentage of GDP, external domestic debt represented 36.99% and 39.09%, respectively. Speaker, the total public debt has increased from 122 billion, that is 6.9 GDP, to 291.6 billion, that is 76.1% of GDP as at the end of December 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic that hit the entire world in 2020 has had a major impact on nearly every household, business, and economy in the world. Anticipating that the consequences will be severe and persistent, governments around the world have relied on a wide range of measures to support businesses and households. While these responses have been uneven across countries, they are unprecedented in their magnitude. Mr. Speaker, in 2020 mid-year review and the supplementary estimate, we presented the immediate impact of the pandemic on our economy and outlined robust responses to mitigate them. After a full year, we have a good sense of how devastating the impact has been on our economy.
Ebusiafo kana wo bre na aso no ensama nkitinkiti bi hyehye ho no mo a wanka anwe ho ama ye nhunu amfekire ni a anka ho bibia ya na ya hadwene pa danya bia mimisa o Rastafarian culture no wo tinwi kusu no nko a na kyese wo ye Rastafarian ana se wo niema wo beye no eno na be kyese wo ye Rastafarian ye be pen nimdifo na omode ya be ko school awie yi abusua ye kwa homa so sesia na yensa kane NDC MP for Kumbungu honorable Ras Mubarak ye no etwe Enkomo. Honorable Ras, ewie ya mwahao.
Major so many of us.
Empom te say.
Young Adam Yahoya.
Yo, ya the radias so aji and so. Na ye misa, are you a Rastafarian?
Oh, that many Rastafarian. My growing dreadlocks there, but many Rastafarian.
Who grow dreadlocks so now who ye Rastafarian?
Not many Rastafarian.
Eh.
Rastafarian is some. I said they war Christo, some they war Islam, some
Okay.
Hinduism. You know, I'm a practicing Muslim, but you know, I've grown dreadlocks
Before.
in defiance of things like what is happening today. You know, people with dreadlocks are facing discrimination. You know, so my growing dreadlocks was a symbol of defiance. Obakaya, you know, in those days I used to be at GDC.
Yeah.
Now I was employed when I didn't have dreadlocks. But at some point, I felt, look, the way Rastas are being discriminated against, because of my dreadlocks in the power major.
It's and when a man will start or condo so be Rasta no.
Yes, as a symbol of defiance.
Oh, okay.
You know, and in solidarity with the persecuted dreadlocks Rasta people all over.
Oh, okay. Ma bisa ne ma yenchiremu kakra se Rastafarian lifestyle no, how does it look like? Say be a was a dragged no kwa and you recognize you say oh yeah Rastafarian and say be a lifestyle be a who believe no and then a better my education kakra.
A 2 weeks. One say we have some no yeah na etikrono and kofa ko. Ohe Islam some say your mom we Sunnis, your mom we Shiite, your mom we Tijaniya and a Honkaka. Oba Christo somewhere, you know, Anglican, Methodist, you know, SDA, Jehovah Witness, and the rest of it. Rasta Moses is divided into sects. The opinion is not uniform. BGD said, a new one said, over dreadlocks to be a Rasta. A business so AGD said there's so much here now. They say over dreadlocks, and they make references to biblical quotations, and one of them is Leviticus 19:27. Into our Bible, Leviticus 19:27. They use some of these chapters of the Bible to support the growing of dreadlocks. You know, your question has been answered.
Partly because the NT ama me bisa as asam no mehwe Leviticus no na makan hono no but ma me misa we the NT ama me bisa sa question ni aye sa halabalu ya asori ewo Achimota school ene sa enkola ya womo ewo dreadlocks womo say it doesn't conform to their rules and regulations. It is womo be bad there they have to cut their hair off. Matisa wa commenting on it. Say near the right thing to do.
And the right thing because I feel say the action taken by Achimota School unconstitutional. Over here Article 21T. 21T say basically Emma Obibia the freedom to practice any religion and to manifest such practice. So Obia or say Obasum no sum na esum so we esum di. That's the manifestation that the Constitution talks about. Into your SDA, you are manifesting your religion. We are Muslim woman now, Osha hijab, you are manifesting your religion. We are Rasta now, with 10%. You are manifesting your religion, and for Rastas particularly, it's for good reason. Apart from Leviticus, or Ezekiel 44:20, and they use this as some of the chains. Ezekiel 44:20, they shall not shave their head or let their long.
I'll say you shall not round the corners of the hair of your heads.
That's right.
Nor trim the corners of your beard.
Yeah, that's right. That's Leviticus.
Yes.
Over Ezekiel, they have
another one there.
Another one there, Oko judges, Oko Leviticus 21:5. Several biblical quotations to support the Nazarene for issue and connected to Nazarene for in the Bible, almost and Rasta for Afri. Now, to situate it in this particular context, Constitution number be quite say or be practicing the religion now way again. Oko Article 26:1. Every person is entitled to enjoy, to practice, profess, maintain, and promote any culture, language, tradition, or religion subject to the provisions of this Constitution. But Article 28:4, which is very important. 28:4, no, Article 20, the whole of Article 28, it deals with your friend is saying children's rights. There's a more rights and Constitution are guarantee more.
Yeah.
In Article 28, over 28:4,
Mm-hmm.
or say no child shall be deprived by any other person of medical treatment, education, or any other social or economic benefit by reason only of religious or other beliefs. This is the Constitution.
Okay.
Abophobia in her, as I say, you see no quite the okope ayaresa. Na yebesi no kwai enam ne soma osoma na ne belief constitution na ma ho kwai afi so kwai ni ho say yebesi obi ani ho ezo osi akwa abofra kwai sa abofra na school the language you use is education or any other social or economic benefit by reason only of religious or other beliefs say ya ma school ha enam osoma na beliefs that we believe in ya ma ba. Constitution does not,
Okay.
Now, I've heard people argue that school no indeed, school no rules, guidelines, and regulations or whatever. But maybe I will have Ghana Mambiana. Anyone says I'm not, and your constitution a brave. So any law, any guideline, any bylaw that is at variance with the constitution becomes null and void. Becomes an illegality. You can't have, rules for Machimota school that does not respect the provisions of the Constitution. So I'm looking at this issue from two fronts. One, the constitutional issue. Secondly, the Abofrako school, na empesa when what will happen? The Abofrako school, no, what will happen?
Enti saa na metimi ebisa se bio obi ekom na asa ne kondo so beko school na obehwe wa hye ne sebe ebo na sene mu ne niam agugu ne komu ne ade na wabebe piem ewo school dem mu a eno so normal yemfa ne say normal
because that is what the Constitution says.
Don't you think say eno betimi the chaos aba
they be 21 C obia and the word they use the word of the Constitution is any religion, freedom to practice any religion and to manifest such practice. There's a obia wakandia, asumbia, say Hinduism, say Shintoism, say Islam, say Christianity, say Rastafarianism. Constitution say obia wakandia obesum nosum na esumozo wede. And then the Constitution now actually say. A new coin say you see a buffer coin in accessing education simply because of belief or more belief or more religion. What do I say? And I've also given you biblical quotation. Rastafarian justify their growing of dreadlocks. Now that you say the Bible, no, you can't any other. Is that the argument? I mean, are we saying that Rastafarian means a woman?
No, I don't think so.
No, because if that is not the case, then what is the fear of Achimota School in admitting your friend is saying students with dreadlocks?
You think that is Rastafarianism culture no? Ghana ye so yempe. Anything ama all these things happening.
me feel say yankasa na yempay because Rastafarianism you when say eti ayeye na pese emfi abuche na ba ha
A African culture.
ansa na broni beba be fa ye na nanom e de akọ ai akọ mu kan say
Nkwasom mu.
kra no na ye wo ye when say Rastas e wa ha edunsifo ne ade a akonfo ne ade more up and down the country. It's an African thing. But you say, you can't and a young casa, your mamre, any our way of life, over any apostolic, near Kofa, be alien to our culture. And if we're not proud about our culture, then we are a lost people. If we can't be proud, say, oh, now imagine chemicals are I will be edible any obia over naturally. Yeah, chemical side, ma ediku obutiri mu ne ade any abofra obejani naturally because I'm getting the feeling say people feel say their Rastafarian would come and corrupt their children.
In what way?
Well, that's the impression I'm getting. That is the only conclusion I can come to. So Rastafarian more because buy it says that you can't even. I don't know what they're trying to say. That tradition almost is, Achimota school has a tradition and they have to uphold the tradition anything.
Oh, so you conform to your uniform na yeshe, your hairstyle like you keep it. It don't mean for the no MS.
That is, you see, I feel very sad as a Ghanaian and an African. At Achimota school, we've seen images of foreigners and number four, Omuni, Ayatin, and your dreadlock, Ayatin, but Ghana for a woman, a mao, Yamamuta. A ma obo Achimota school, a ma obo we Ghana for.
As Ophelia said, there's some sort of discrimination because
I mean, it's a slave mentality. So you can make exceptions for children of expatriates, for Caucasian students, and then you discriminate against your own citizens. Meaning, and your mental, your colonial mentality. I don't know what it is. It's colonial mentality. Obi ono oya Ghanaian, oya Oba on the local school, you manage to conform to certain things. In the same vein, Bonia or no Oba, you check the image. If this doesn't make us angry, I don't know what would. As Ghanaians and Africans, we make exceptions for people because they are foreigners and expatriates, and we think it's all right.
Well, what do you make of the GES backtracking on their state initial statement to the Achimota school?
I mean, I can't even wrap my head around it. So, GES for want of a better word, regulator, right? Now, Obama directing. Now, school headmistress say, so. Now, GES are backtracking. What they've done is basically to weaken the Ghana Education Service. Because the China, GES Emma directive, they can also tell them, they have weakened their own hand in instilling discipline. What they have done is to flip-flop, and it doesn't make them look any better. Imagine, Neat FM, the management take a decision. Now, obviously on there, only so. Now, management say, when this was the sanction, now, that person insists only so. Now, management say, okay, threat I the buy say, and I said directive I the buy say, when you say no, you have chance. And would management have the moral authority to question another person?
I doubt.
Exactly. And I wonder why they would not stand their ground but would buckle under pressure. I wonder why they would want to cow under such pressure from a group of people. Look, Atwater School is a public school. And you'll be a papa diao. Yenina Yesika. Trotro driver or Ochini Trotro out Utia at Walker. Taxi driver Ochini taxi or Otia. Passenger or Tika Mu and I'll be all Cantamanto. And I came here. And I can market. Or no Otia Tika. Yesika or modern finances school. And our children, whether NCA children, Muslim children, Rasta children, shouldn't be discriminated against, whilst exceptions are made for foreign students, for children of Caucasian background. You know, understand that? You have one set of rules for Ghanaians, and then you make exceptions for children with Caucasian background. Does it make any sense?
Ras, would you advise them to go to court or something?
Maybe position, no. Because Coca is back and forth. The children are the losers. Okay? So school are starting in the school, and will be black and white era mentality. Also on more school because they have dreadlock. I feel that the parents would have to take it up at the court. Omoko High Court now they should go to appeals court and go to the Supreme Court.
Almost say they have not prevented answer. Almost deny admission. Admission is the omanya, but
admission. Will be admission. Now say now put all the conditions about how is man admission. Conditions the same. Will be so much awesome. Or say you will not respect the letter and spirit of the Constitution. Also, uncle unity. Now, SDF4 or more achimota, ya force almost a monster as Madia. Ya force almost a monster as Madia. We can't do these things to ourselves, especially when Achimota is bending backward and over and making exceptions for kids with Caucasian background. We can't do that. The Constitution gives everybody the freedom to practice and manifest. And the Constitution guarantees the rights of every Ghanaian child to have education and not to be discriminated against. As a matter of fact, the Constitution further in Article 28.3, I say a child shall not be subjected to torture or other cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment or punishment. What they have done is to degrade the children. It's degrading treatment. Check it, degrading. I say in the dictionary.
Degrading in what aspect?
Degrading, they have humiliated the kids. Obi a which Melko share the attractive. No way admission. But who's rich at 10? Was the end of the some and then beside the community.
But say I shall send Ras now can be said the first word red drenches we are Rastafarian. One Casancas out do lifestyle. I am fat home. It is a beer.
In this particular case, it is established and over GS earlier almost first release now. Or if the school can establish a Mafani Rastafarian, why not? And the Mafano, I know the parents, I know both parents very well. I've known them for many years. Okay? They are practicing Rastafarian. Almost from any Rastafarian. Okay? And the other end will be some not some. Not other than the back. Because these kids are under 18, and if they are under 18, they can't decide for themselves which religion. I mean, the parents can guide them.
Yeah.
And parents also have almost from any Rastafarianism now. Now, you know what I'm saying? Our Bible in Ezekiel, in Leviticus, talk about, growing the hair and beard.
Now, Ras say, the crocodile mono, my main far way, emisana, yen sorry and come away as so. Within Ras and I said, because maybe it's in the first time, also you're Rastafarian. What's the meaning of Ras?
Okay. The answer is Muhammad Mubarak. The same name is Abdullah, okay? But the year me dreadlocks. Now, the man table, and they, above from the Ras, bra Rasta.
Oh, and you know, I'm a Ras Nakano.
And Noana Amara Makama.
Oh, I
But
see.
it's an official name because what there's something the lawyers call a deed poll. So what nickname now to say nickname no ebeye one of your names there. You know, you could do an affidavit or you could do a deed poll to have it added to your name. So Ras
Has now become your official name.
has now become one of my official names. Yeah.
Oh, great. Thank
And
you so much.
It's from the word Rasta.
Okay. Medasipa Ras. Yeah. Honorable Ras Mubarak and Otisian Nation Kono, former member of parliament for Kumbungo constituency and Oten and Kano. Aya kana wu ebre na yeguswa ya de ema no obetimi di wadwen kire afa 0503721744 0503721744 anasa obetimi di akọ YouTube na o de message no ekoto no ma meken kan kama e di ama o na ma menhwe comments apila 2 en wode aba ha se e wo YouTube ba ko pe na wa hante me kan ya na chese metwa so mami BIAMAH, thank you for the good job you are doing. White Rasta girls in Achimota school, why are they rejecting black Rastas? And then asamono and no edan chance so mama share yen WhatsApp line so would it be a senior retainer incoming Mr. Kadway Fins what do I join us? Good afternoon to you, mami BIAMAH. In as much as the right of Rastafarians must be respected, rules and regulations of institutions must also be respected. So far as Nanado, the mother serpent of corruption, remains the president of Ghana, no one can fight corruption successfully under his leadership. EIU should stop the hypocrisy and leave NDC to choose their presidential candidate for 2024. And Kuma Foster, the way for Achime Yurebi, inside Achim BNE, because my country is a secular one made up of Christian, Muslims, and traditional believers. We will not accept because of human rights to overthrow our constitutional right. I and Kuma Foster accept what Achimota School staff did. We cannot accept this culture on the grounds of human rights. Despite our challenge, our nation stands paramount against any other foreign interest. Wish my mother Mercy Amanketi Abuache of Achime Rebe happy birthday. And Kuma Foster, Medasipi. Mami BIAMAH, I, Noah the Ark Builder, will never be a hypocrite like my fellow NPP members who says Nanado is incorruptible and have never been corrupt. Look, in one way or the other, someone somewhere have been corrupt. So in a simple sentence, I am trying to tell you for a fact that this government led by Nanado is corrupt. But the difference is that the entire corruption in Nanado's government can't be compared to only Uncle JM's corruption, not to talk of that of his government. So we, the discerning Ghanaians, say no to JM and his NDC led by Mr. Ofosu Ampofo. Jago said the way free and Sawem. Hey, seems like we are rejecting the Rastafarians, so they are right, so they are right. Let's allow them, okay? Mami BIAMAH, please tell Mystic, my big bro, that he should leave Akufo-Addo alone. Why? Jago said the way free and Sawem by Walanyo. Anyway, free Akwetia. And was his school have policies and rules and code of conduct, just like the workplace. Students must comply, and no one is to be favored over another. These rules make such schools great and charismatic to attend. Mami BIAMAH, I think everyone has the will to be in any religious group. In this case, Achimoto School should admit the Rastafarian kids. My daughter Joyce Anderson, Nana of Catholic Basic School at Newtown, is celebrating her birthday. Thanks, BIAMAH 1. Medase Isaac Nyansa, Edway Efritema, and a buy. BIAMAH, keep up the good work. Greetings to Salam, Mustafa, and Nanabi. Abele Edway Efrinongwa, and whatever. These are the few text messages. Amode Abba, Mede F1 Sona, Meka say a year. Kanewu. Na me ba ku etwam ansana ya ba back to studio. Na fe ye de enne de e be twe ho komo no ye de aba betu edwa. Last week se munyin be ya adwene ambe kayi a Greater Accra Regional Police Command no me issue statement be fa Momo Frosters no kwan ya say kwan foforo ma fa so a wo mu di nkrofo dwirim wo mu dwia nkrofo ene ade a na no mu ano na menya nte ye say telecommunication networks ni bi so na so telcos no wo so aya adwene ese a free April bosome ne de to so mienu 2nd of April wo mo be start na wo bi a wo bekọ momo joint bi ase wo kwa akoyi momo ana wo transfer no wo kwa ese wo yi ID card na wo de kire ansa na mama kwan ama ana so omatimi ayi sika no e de ama se wo transfer ana se wo withdraw na we na ade bi kire madwen kakra de na me pese me hunu na ye pempanyifo ne wo madi hu komo a ye hunu nipa a oye responsible for that. Electoral Commission issue ID cards yen. Like Breben Kran ye ID cards no. Last year, is in November and September. Voter ID card. Ya di amaye me fan say the quarter 3 months atwam. Up to now, what the card no call bank say what the quiet transaction bia enya de ye. E bia wo chip asaya na ayira open chip replacement what the beko ombe refuse. Enti brebe na sa ID cards na be sha se aye adwuma. Ya issue new ID cards a ye de akwakoto abawi. Ye ntimi use bio. What is happening? Why am I responsible? Say ID cards no ye we are number of period SAD ni a be 2 months, a be 3 months, a be 7 and 1 year and san na start ya juma. So that nipa na acquire ID card no on to that an entry. Because baby nim so my new ID card into that na wo mo no. Wo mo atoagu. Meanwhile no for no so the kwa transaction be a enye. What is happening? It your best me say yeah telcos no e ka say ID cards one ukoye momo no afa ID card anko omo nyema no so wonni fence a Ghana card bi also so old voter ID card what atwene wonni passport the back koye sa na we ya kwa be na be fa so a wo be ye omomo no eti apamo cho ye institutions no mon set up and mo da che me kwaba ye kwa homa so bio na ye ne president oda nagrat ano Yera Angel Kabono, Yaneno Achenkomo. Mr. Kabono, good afternoon. Bibi Abakode. Yo. Say, Ghana Education Service, omo recently one decision concerning Achimota School, so many school no, ya jene. What is asking me, sign a year?
Oh, no. I mean, institution via a woman, a ma, the institution no. And your headmistress in a trom rano, and your name run by say we are now Uber school, now I'm our admission. Now you're the manager say, and ra winning, so this. Now who doing say, you won't any would you know. I say a boom rano in your favor now. Yeah, Achimota school population is about 4,000 students. So Biaba say young rano to set on no panel. And the Basabasa Yena, the able to move. And the years decision in the and one.
Ebinum kasa emofra no almost parents say to tax and na Achimota school and private school, a government school, until they should be allowed to go to the school.
Yes, you see, I don't know why people among 4% say once a government school they be open and out to be here. There is nothing like private school have rules, government school you do whatever. Some mentality in Nama Ghana you won't be there, you won't know. Say you see government school and you be to me in your pay. Na private school na emra yejuma. I don't know whether that's what people are saying. Government school, private school, emra ne daho. Ghana Armed Forces emra daho. Juma biya opeso ye Ghana emra daho. So yen die you see yema akimota mrano and mrana ya shisha ye di school yema mrani nyejuma.
And you know, Kabonuma made me say way. Also, Ghana, your constitution, no, state say, no child shall be deprived medical care, education, and blah blah blah. But almost say, yeni yera rasmu barak edin komo sisia, and what you say, emrebie ni hono mua ese ekata ye mre kunini no eso. Semrana makwan say I was abofra bia. Enya kwan eko school me obi ansi no kwan dia na che se de Achimota school wo mo eye na etiamra.
Well, and then I'm Obrudibeka say parochial reading and understanding of the law. Some Rananka so say your home choir yemra ama nkoda already below the age of 18. So the fact that no child will go to school, law now say every child should go to school without rules and regulations. And in the first place, the Achimota school have not refused to give them admission. Achimota school have given them admission. Achimota school is insisting that in giving you the admission, you obey rules and regulations. So, this person trying to say, Ghana Mra, Eka say, every no child shall be denied education. Now, AKWAFO school, now, wako boot teacher, school, am I permanent? Is that what they are saying? That because the law says that no child shall be denied education, when you go to school and flout the laws by attacking teachers or by spoiling school property, we should call you and give you a case.
Eraka bono ya bedwase.
Yeah.
Ora enjo kabono ena ywe wote siene no etwetwe nkomofa Achimota Rastafarian brohaha bina kae brohaha odamene na brofo brohaha ebusiafo yegusua ewo atweye mo eye kana wu ena wanogu wasungusu awutie no na me ka say ye ID card no enti wan mo na responsible so on behwe say ID card no ebeye adwuma. Because ID card in your juma, and what is the sense of acquiring it? Obo onuma onya ID card no for frano yekuta na dada no nim say atwam into ototwene ye. Me wa for friends so dey kwakwa transaction bi ayese enye adwuma your system no recognize it. Why mo na ye o madwuma say so o mo hwe man yen cards no eye recognizable. Is it NCA for anasa hwanom and eye responsible say sa cards because matikra say even the Ghana card itself no krano o the core bank I say you recognize the system no if I could say Robert Norte and was please let Honorable Rasmurak know that the Bible at which he is he's quoting is the Old Testament, and it has another aspect which is the New Testament, which makes us know that as human beings we are to cut down our hair and back. And also so eka ese be ma wani mo nyama ne se ube yi utri and you triwin oba so ube je triwin aguso no wine kama Michael Nyante and was in schools have policies, so if they think they cannot comply they should look for a private school where they will be allowed to practice their religion, because when you go to Rome you do what the Romans do. Where you na go taxi driver kaswa ena uwo. Or say then why should they close down all barbering shops so that the Rastafarians can be legalized in Ghana? Barracks, you stop what you are doing, saying, hey, hey, Robert Notte, where they are here. Please come again. Ubetimi do adwen channel aba YouTube ye beken kind of breast sefatamo e dia ma o danso e na ubetimi e dia fa 05037217744 05037217744 and also breast sefatam ye beken kind kama e dia ma o aha e na me de kana wu section no me di ACA ye ba dia na chisi ye ba be boy rest studio na ya behwe nkomo egu apono so ye betwetwe na etumi aboa ahyepi on my god.
Suspension of quarterly installment payments of vehicle income tax for the third and fourth quarters of 2021 for trucks and taxis as part of measures to reduce the cost of transportation. Extension, Speaker, the fourth, extension of the waiver of interest as incentive for early payment of accumulated tax arrears. A waiver of penalty and interest on accumulated tax arrears up to December 2020 to reduce cash flow challenges for companies and individuals who arrange terms with GRA to pay up the principal by September 2021. Government is proposing a sanitation and pollution levy, SPL, of 10 pesos 10 pesos on the price per liter of petrol or diesel under the Energy Sector Levies Act, ESLA, Energy Sector Recovery Levy, Delta Fund. Mr. Speaker, it will be recalled, yes, border tax, environment, so that you are not affected by diseases. National Rental Assistance Scheme. Mr. Speaker, in partnership with the private sector, we will commence the establishment of a National Rental Assistance Scheme with a seed of 100 million Ghana cedis. The scheme would crowd in additional investments from the private sector to provide low-interest loans to eligible Ghanaians to enable them pay rent advance. Enhanced student loan scheme. The Speaker will also commence the planning towards the implementation of enhanced student loan scheme to provide students with the exception of teacher and nurse trainees an option to obtain a student loan without requirement of a guarantor. The prospective student must have a national identification number from the Ghana card.
I was for ya daswa e wa hase me man tedwumadie no aso egu a utie no na yenhwe ye dia seda emma kunu Ghana Limited kunu for adaroma na awie yi wo mo boyi chidom ye de dwumadie yi abrawo kunu Ghana Limited se men kancho se so paso apomde ho se mesipi esita eneme nyina timi koyi emma ode a fa ho to o mo so no mu nuro nwanwa so o mo de abadwa so no o mo de ma wonsa entumi enkabi kunu for de hunchu capsules abaye memedro sonko be ma wono ma abaye champion ebeyi prostate disorders bia e de afri so eno dan chance so abema sabio wo low libido wo premature ejaculation me da bia me cancer be ma ukuta premature ejaculation wasem mo mobo ankasa because ejuma ye madjuma wo fie nyara wo ne be pia ma say ye it's Mr. Masa, shine your eyes, oh, shine your eyes. Because any MSC, things are knocking things. Enti mwani na ho. Anya sa ye ubato graphic ya mobia kenkan. Eno ani Mr. Kill koko GB na enti me emwa. Ya wa X and Y grand so ho no ma we no low sperm count for no mo ma no den 2 no for no ma dru Bema low, I will low sperm count. I'll be can't send me free here. Quacan here won't feel that because on Sunday would Jina and nice so. Would you know nice so naturally the Ujina, and so two no two and Kobe Bia and Yankwa. Let me sound some money in a hot and Eja two no some never was say. Now no yin Monko Hospital, Mokona Doctor Casse, a low sperm count a momra. Namonkoto X and Y granules Yakunu for Edia Banebe. Na ebe correcting in Ede Amamo. Afisa Samishamo na oba Edamona so. Na dia ni Jie Abba. Emanu obatna demo in fear num fear watching fear do. Moko Hospital ban yes any problem bia Bema says hey Mr. O. Check the quality of your spare. Danso na man no so afichiko na kamwa dem mama ye nkwa amafichiko. Da bia bosume baba so ye de wire calendar wire asese atwa we. Eno edan chance so kura no a eba ani se tum. Enkan bone kura san wo kire ka ho adan nipa ba akofo. We beda no wire kese wire to mom se biamze wa misi hai. Be de bibia koyi o minua bibia koyi because be de me ho ato araba bazin pills ya kunu for edi abano so. Etinie makoyi ma me things are knocking things papa. It is an amation cry say wo how ni bia but modern so be ma so araba bazin pills be. Na wanondom na etumi aboa wo. There you were free safi konko asom no emo. Obi a BP aba betena so enu nti BP nti say say what is a chance kura hwefo ana bibi ya yo ne gi ebo abomo edoko hospital aden. Yes, just a bibi from Kito will be TM Kitu be now. Hey, any amount sa enka kunu for more drama dia ba won see a friend a cane tablet. Nom cane tablet if you what in a beboa ye pa. A boa upon the one summer CPS it come on. na wankasa kwa na obekwakofa dede no aba adwumako ya da Roma e na obo echi do mawie yi owie kunu fo omo e wo Islegon na Champion Junction obetimi afro 0244139176 0244139176 afa 0204139176 and 0274139176 Oko pharmacy, herbal shop, chemical shop, nyina mu a obenya kunu fo wo mu no bi ato. Wada Roma e no obo echi do mawie ye de enenko motwetwe ne de abremo. Enenko mo ayeda pono so ayeba abeta sene se bise paniko na hahan. Achimota GS Rastafarian student bro haha. Edie na wasi etimi ye to move forward as a country in the broader picture no. Kwada no way of life. Kwan yo fa so mo yi omo niema e wo school no mu no. Kwambe ni betimi afa so e besesam because say you see emre dane a won so say utumi dane ohu bie because ni ehu rasta o school ehu rasta o ko school enne rasta fo school omo bon ma papa omo nimade example nkola mi enu ya yes ya ma admission ba ku yi 6 aggregate 6 ba ku yi 10 omo nya bad kwa otu omo no ne brofo kura so ma we university etu omo nya nkwada asabi omo abon anase omo ye yi nkwada tete bia keke achimota nso GS ma order wo ma reject order no na GS wo mo ankasa na tintesuo to fo mo sa do omo anu afa asem we de ye mahomete sem papa na EIU wo mo so projection wo mo ye fa 2024 elections ho chiden sem bebre no so yebedi ho nkomo NPP afi 2021 kra yenkosi yenwura fifi o yentwanwie yenu fifi kra na 2024 asem na sese wo mo edwene ho enei ne ha Ghana fo no mo de mo no ha wo mo ne obedi akonwa kufu adu ni ho no mo a de oba bedi na de eno ho no mo dwene edi sese oba posters bi apiepie align ene Dr. Baumia wo mo posters na apiepie enti ho eno ho sem so ne yebedi ho komo wei ene sima ho do bebre na wie ye beta sene sebe sepa ene ko na hahan na ye tasele sebe nyansafo kama baby ebedru no na chese etimi ahunu se ebeboa yen amoman Ghana akonanim ana ye bekoso atena ye ABCD no mo a na sa achimota nsensemi mu no mehu se achimota PTA executives wo mo issue statement e dia ba na statement no wo mo chese wo mo so support school ni decision ne pass wo mo memodin ahwe se school no rules and regulations no ebetimi aye adwuma bra wo mo eye admission elisa disuan form say Rastafarian say wo mo ye miensa ene wo mo dreadlocks lifestyle no wo mo chese ana se hairstyle no wo mo chese nyade a wo mo so wo mo efwa so enti asem bia achimota school akano statement bia wo ma make decision bia wo ma take no achimota school PTA executives wo mo si wo mo eta wo mo chi pampe wo mo ta wo mo chi pa esan say school no August 2020 enna wo mo revise say wo mo rules and regulations no mo wo mo sakra mu August 2020 and wo mo sakra mu now here school rules and regulations no section H wo mo lebo na say wo mo aye no anamba no kama na H no e ka general appearance now here H no mu a ye wo item 3 ne ka say wo ye school ni nkwa wo fra wo say wo ye achimota school student nkwa de a ese wutwa wutima eba form simple na sanso ye natural wutwa ati amana ba form no nyesa bio wo kwa akoyi topio jo bi atu apampam akoyitwa la line e de abia ho aboy na maya metwa aboy akoyi designs e de agutire ho da bi yesi twa wuti no emra from low simple ensanya natural ati ase enkofa cream bia enkonkofa enkonko ye utirase e ma atiri nko ye tro kan se kura wato nsium na fa menenam school ho eni se wutiri no uyi a ye hu utirase nti enko wire wutiri sakora tani nyina menye level all round ama na de aba ye bejo simple kra enti wo mo kire se wo mo gidi se article 14(1)(e) 1992 constitution wo mo ekotue a e ka se obi a e wo ho kwan se onya ne fa ahodie personal liberty obia was akwan no a ni se obi etieti obi fa hodie so na so obia eje sa liberty no efri onsam na mmom no sa ade we yi aba ne de e school no so e wo hyehyeye e wo hono mo no e na be guide na agade enkoda no enti Achimota PT executives wo statement no so mo de aba no ese wo mo efoa de school no aka no eso Bra Jagos and what do we face on ban of BIAMAH see. I think it's only MTN who doesn't accept the new ID card and the Ghana card. I just don't even know what is wrong with the MTN company. That was a nyamon brumio. And what they are and was say they want to take Ghanaians for granted about this new ID card and the Ghana card as well. The authority must caution them about this behavior and act. Robert Notte, what's some other buy and what's that Timubio now say they should close down all barbering shops so that Rastafarians can be legalized in Ghana. Ras Mubarak should stop what he is saying so that there can be discipline in our schools. Where your messages kakra mode efa YouTube channel no eso ebaye and a makenka no. Mame and check and share WhatsApp messages and so and so mode abai na yenko eno so mu ebi ekakra. Inshraba Anelka and what we aba and was let us all stand behind President AKWAFO so that he can deliver what he has for Ghanaians. If your country want to develop in a good shape, taxes really count 100%. The likes of China, UK, USA, Japan, South Africa, Nigeria, etc. stand with taxes to build their country. The unnecessary noise must stop, it has said. And no achimotan sensemia ho ena Jagos ada ensandi we aba Jagos so see Achimota school is not above the rest of the other schools out there, so they should come again with their whatever school rules and regulations they are talking about. Most of the schools are admitting Rastafarians, so why only Achimota school in which they want to deny Rastafarians? And also so what they about has say Mame and so our high senior retain the incoming delegates of our great party. We will surely decide who will be our next flag bearer and president when the time comes. Greetings, Salam, Mustafa and Nana B. Abele Edifri Nungwa and Odeba ye. And come first time sa udi makenkan you. Makenkan odi no. Mami BIAMAH. Yes, when you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. The Rastafarians must turn to the Ghanaian army for admission purposes. Uncle Sam, Edway Ifri Tema, and na Ebaye. I'm Abraham Musikeni, talented from his Nsawoma Santiakra. Good afternoon, Mami Soja, Major Super. I'm 100% in support with Ras Mubarak. He has said it all. Why are they rejecting Rastafarians from going to school? Very bad. Abraham Musikeni, talented. Sami Buachid Wayfra Samaka say, please, you are getting it all wrong. Why do you compare the white man with natural hair to a dreadlocks man who has managed to get his hair to that extent? We should allow the school system to operate. Every school has their own rules and regulations. Why are you people comparing primary and junior high school to secondary schools? Just simple logic. The boy should go and remove the dreadlocks and have his peace of mind to learn. Chairman Blay is 100% right. The MPP leaders should support Nanado to succeed. Regards to Honorable Margaret Dakon, Suhum MC and Honorable Amasi, former MP for Akwetia. Now, please read ours too. Lady Biamzi, I'm Eben from Kwabenya. If home of dreadlocks, the makers Supreme Court did allow students with dread to be admitted, how much we in Ghana here move the hashtag move the dreadlocks and be admitted, period. With the Zacchaeus of our time there, he can't fight corruption because he's an embodiment of corruption. Ayo. My message is in Siase na memra studio na fe Yemra metwetwe enkomo, yemra medi enkomo kama pa ewo ha sei. Sa brady mensa aka yera Kwaku Ajikum Asare, NDC communications team member, national communications team member. Mensa aka no ha sei ya. Mema na kwaba na yede enkomo no ajeso. Era Ajikum. Akwaba.
Ya me die.
Bibi aboko de.
Everade adomo de.
Who say obeta time chuku pa na o observe things. Who are Rastafarian?
Menya Rastafarian.
Who believe who pamasem?
Me pamasem, and I respect them very much.
Oh, that's good.
The first time I menya encounter with Rastafarian, na me hunu nsonsonia kese ye. They told me enkrofo me bu omo pa.
Then na hu wo mo ho ani te ma opɛ o masem.
Yasha se de me mfa enchia mfa ma Nit FM eti4 ne ahwefo a omo wo Facebook so. Na me nchia omo mu Ghana fo nyina. Titru me constituency ametimeye okan kwe no.
Okay.
And afa kwa me fi so eye afija kwa abere no.
I see.
My dear, o kan okra. Kan no na meka a group of nkrofo a na me hu Rastafarians say sabi omunim ade ana omunim ne na omoye. But me ben me mienu miensa bi no. Ye didi nkomo no na me hu say omoye nkrofo bi a
omadwene mu do
nokre deep
very deep.
Na se ye ka no onuado a omo onuado kese esen ye ne a ye frɛ ye ho say ye Christopher no. Omo do a omo wo ma nipa eye sononko. Me hu so obi send message say the Rastafarians in the power omo Ghana army. Hardly so benya Rastafarian na oye sojani because they don't believe in killing. Omo yi back.
Oh, okay.
Say bloodshed they hate it. Aye. Even Abua Kumbumpu Eddie Mawo.
And I say Jamaica Munkumabwa.
And say nye Jamaicans nyina no mo ye
Rastafarians. Oh, okay.
Akwakwa bibi to say religion bi. So wo mu a omo gidie no bi emma kwan ma omo ntwa aboati mamoja emma. Until most of them are vegetarian.
Oh, okay.
Most of them are vegetarian. Omo believes bi a ukomu oni omo din komo a wo betena se na dwene ho a utimi hu sampa eto aso. Na ebia yemu bi ohodoma nam say ye indoctrinate you right from your childhood away be a Catholic church muninti no. You do baby anya ye kakra a group dia.
Omo hu en
bi se binya some thought bi bia meko.
Oba dwane omo. Ya be fata so say. You ready you go bana dreadlocks in na just say egu ana wo dey
dreadlocks no na
and they own but omo lifestyle.
Teachings in the lifestyle no.
Okay.
And also say they believe more in the African.
Africanism.
Say Bruni eyi. Etinema me pe o ma senpai was ade no. Me ya wo me to Catholic abusuya mu.
Okay.
Me nyini ya na hu say Edia Medical School Augustine Ajekum Asare. Me to aswa Rastafo ya ibika ho in komodidie mu ene nkita ho a me ni o munyaye na betena asenam ka say ya wo me wukuada. Why should my parents decide to call me Augustine? Wabra St. Augustine's minimum no. So we born a bra saying so yeah the minim history bi ni aba be catch me about him. Near de me ato no. Na se nyame som efa say ebia ye be bom yesu. Ye be ma me broni din ansa na mako heaven dia. NHS so friend club, ye friend disco. Ye makwa na se ye be fia. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ye doji. Na if you know you're the ball boy na aje ho. Papa na sorry. Otin ni table ho e de ne graphic abigu nanim wo kan. Upia corridor wo be fa pie no. Na ni tua. Atade e hye wo no na ni tua. Nti obebusa asa wo kwan fa. So address ni teacher say upia. Obebusa say wo kwan fa. Ye ne ye ne say ye bobo atade no. Ni aye boko dia kwa akoto ball boy na chi. So to hold my bi a wo hye opi pant bi ayi bia no opie. Onim se wonko ba bia ye tisi abonten a ne afa fence ni ya kwa akosesa ye
away
ye ba na afi sisi tiptoe ono so no ye obi a se ne manyina emeda ya e dey so obeda eti obehwe dem na se nyina ni hodom a eno no 1966 papers nyina e wo bia no obekwa akofa dia ba be go ni table
o kan dia twem
na e dai no so se de ne situation no ho se wo ba fie no mu a kwan ya obefa so ba bia obefa bia fa kwa wote no na ni tua wo e wo luvers no so je ni dada e no te hodum to
yeah, strict and disciplinarian
and sun pe no hu say ha nkola na ba no atwe specs na dia to hanum yi no otwen wo say wo be wuram onka hwe wakwa koto ho to mpa no so na fe wo gina hodum ayiko so koye no waba na fe wa lucky
onu mienu
se mu mienu mu ndi mu nkomo se wutumi convince na and you are free when to media then you have some lashes na me papa yi obi a oni makane na reggae music na obo reggae wo fia unum wi
I was even about in the course of it can be sa ho asem
na nti ase no me so me osko na me reggae pa na me pepita touch nyom pa
okay
na me ba ho na me tie no me tija those kind to me yes me hwehwem na me hu say oh another name of God me ko mu ana me hu na me panin nyum bia me ta bo na machin Jah is my help and my keeper for whom shall I fear na me pesa nyum no pa ahomachin wo ya me din mebo na me papa ntia se those days me use cassettes obesisa me reggae cassettes nyina ko say no me sa so kokoto bio na onima otna ase hunu se me bo nyum no tem bia ahomachi bi se not in hall not say me bo nyum otie ya otie mu nsam no e hodum na me dey free ade chin ye be ye 10 o'clock or hodum me wo ha no ba ye enyum na obo ahomachi no e wo he menim so obeji akwa say me pesa me de be man na se de obeka no so obesuru me se ye wo he na me ko yi cassette me de man me hwe ni din no de cassette me te koy my dear obeji dia the following day ahomachi no me ti hodum a me ti say papa ne bo Jah is my help oh ebidi de ye kan but nye me kan say nkola school mu die no oh ye was school rules no e wo hodum e na ye wo akola no so ana say ni faith e wo hono say school rules no e na aka school for no e di ye adwuma ni edi kan maame no headmistress no be bona baso enye se ebia ne wa ye no nko a senka Ghana hanum ye benya impanyimfo atitru te se maame omudi omunan besi fom ama mra aye adwuma te se maame ya nke ekoye nim maame no in spite of everything or see school na me head no mra ye
I am the head
yakwa koshi ya me ne head no mra ye di ye adwuma ni I will never go against it till time at school na ba beka se ye besesa ye di ba betu obi an be de be ye adwuma school no ensesa ye no nko ade eno na me de be ye adwuma enti maame no hon mo no de me bona ba so pa se oye oba no atumi di ne nan asi fom nenso eba no ye the friend saying ye faith ene ayi a ka mesre se fa kwa ye du sesi yi se ne nyoma esi ko no ye nhya ase se ye betena ase se ye dwene nyoma bi ho e fa ye school nkola if you say nkola nse ne kan no han mo miensa no se no wo hwe results are very very good
very impressive
obi message bi a wode e ba ye o ka say your friend saying some discipline. I don't think say Rasta no makes them indisciplined. They are more disciplined than Yankola omunye Rasta. Omu ame bang womu. Rastafarians do oji on say ye womu ahodo. But deep necked ones, no, you're very, very disciplined. And hardly so many so okun abonti. Who ye he will avoid any trouble and then go away. Na rough ones na omunim emu deep no and de ye ne omupe ebi no ha ne dia ne se onyanya ganja ne twen che so ye Rastafarian
na say Rastafarians no I won say Ghana has say say obi a Rasta there was some kind of idea they show because the moment they see that dread on your head no they conclude say utwe bi and so now one
we na minim ma me bi wo fi mu no wo Legon no the Equia Ejuso or ye Jamaican.
Okay.
But Obetina Ghana Hanum or migrate by say or Tracy, you know, let's say root a free Ejuso.
Oh, okay.
It's not a man. I say ask man no Lego. Or ye Rastafarian and Kazakasa, but Yan say or your friends a ganja. Or numbi. But on who is all more mono say a head. It treating you, but on only believe no. Omu teachings no ma yi no but I say heb no opa Say yema wa fine, and yema wa you stay away from it. Oh no. But yen yakwa and say obi a work piano a Rastafarian. And also my dear to say, wa brought train on quadia or your Rastafarian. And so near woman no or nim near woman. There's a brass yourself see to me and massa or teachings no. And now yet me share one lifestyle no. I see a lifestyle. Yes, be a quack practice. But I see a shan you womb not almost no. Omo babon tin be kire omo yimu ye mankrofo eti omase se ne be ya yenko hunu say wonya hunu obi a wotwa ne team person na chese woye because we see them with some kind of IB but what they hwe omo pa omo wom kese no in pain p omo ta chikire omo ti no omo kata hun kama atambia na yi no de bo hunu eye neat okukuru ni tirimu ka omini omo mini bia nantia almost 5-6 years enti no minimum yi kakra 10 bia no Uno and to say, oh, woman, now, but yeah, 77 Mr. Mikona, Mamma Bechim, your corner had even Mungarino. But we say, Mommy, you neat pan. Omo colors are omo petit to a white. Omo colors be brave, white. And now, you can take colors. Ain't no, me feels a Mary Asson was a yet tenacity near your school in some your second cycle, titru, your uniforms, your tea, any coda, your day, a bemawo. They can't become to by all these. You're commissioner Cabo. You're going to dance more. First, you want to me as a mess about Subi, not Menko Emma, Honorable Kojo Boateng Ajumai, NPP New Job and North Constituency Chairman, Memana Kwaba. Era Boateng. Obahima. Akwaba. Lady a few whom you may some more. And some are between I go for me penny. So what about Dammy? They made the far way because what chimney until the man found tata. Baby, I do ask him to be in. I saw the cocoon. Aquaba, no more official pants. I think comment to you. Eh, never whom in your idea. A boy, I defense a job and not that be boko. I we are friendly fire. As I to 2 months, I will be a quad. I didn't got 2 years. We were doing Brunia. What do we do, Brunia? I got to say they didn't like no, they didn't seek. What can be now? Say A plus. I got Tamuna or the picture to her. No, I can't. Let's discuss it. Now, about 100,000 a year, we cannot be able to be. I'm for your own favor. I'm shall know the dim. Well, don't know here because it's a business. Into the couture, YouTube, now YouTube, for Saka, Papa, Instagram page, your papa, or followers. Better cry now. You do very close to me, Tom, Instagram page. Oh, yeah. Yes, a lot of people are selling their pages because of Tani Manema. Yes, I say, I bet you you can't be an amudi advert and not need food. No, sir. We can't see a chairman of Quack pass. Rastafarians only be a sign, pay. Nice sign. Oh, you do be inside that. I mean, say. Now, who said your lifestyle here? Me offer to be my brother, baby. But don't know was in somewhere South Africa, ho baby. We saw Bobo be no, if we had no, I don't quite know. Oh, yeah, no. To about no, I beside him, I say, now, we say, dear him or say, a brand. He said, oh, sir, the brand, okay. What is he? Mami charity for. Mama ma testimony tell me I feel you me ma need FM. Ma sambe share me ferry for back so ha. O de me ni share na aye nuanu mu ni fie because ni nsam aye kan aye na tai sisi so. Nti no. Na be ba na odi nkomu bi wo ho before sam e komu no. Can be say na say ade we so population of Rastafarians omo yese. The omu ni mu a who says NDC for you support? Oh, you know my religion. Yeah, princess, I do. Oh my, and I want to communicate about as Empire FM. Oh, you know, my man, dear, right? No one on Nipana in Rastafarian, and I dear Munyano no mission, I dear. Intimity at the Kuma, let me tell the conclusion, but you are the start here, not on me position. I thought the baby, no, Mummy, I'm fire Nisha, the Ansha Rastafarian, no, you know, say, Bibia, religion.
ye be mo kwan mo ya
but say un say embrace niema bebre sesa wo say first na Rastafarians no mo yesi here nti o mo nka ye sheda we hu Rasta ni bi kra wo school but yes but nei no
de mi bisa no say ya mra bi ama obi ana
ya mra magana
very well very good answer ya mra magana for ya ka so say ya chest style obi amfa monity yen kai sabe ma mu bom ti na yen design obi a style man but in every premises in every domain bia abekwa akotene mu eye on my resources ya di manage no emra bata ho anya sa me na me ba ko private school sama na me frebuchi okay who ana mpesa me mako no strictly obesha uniform obetwa uti uwo mpaboa asesa wo hye ya prescribe mpaboa no ama ya prescribe socks ama because that particular school ebia na obehwe bia Bill bakobi asikafo mati woman kwan dia ene mpaboa de beba Kenneth Cole no mo ne Calvin Klein no mo ba begina so the teacher crane to me hwe nanim no wa kire na de so ti ase itu na wo sika wo na wo die yin emra edamunie enti chawa kwajo bo atin o de oba ba so di samra no so we entokwa mi bisa you see yes so niema bi so wo krom ha no mo trying to get attention for the people or for us to discuss na DC communicators any nyawom and I was say hwe say was say mom kwan na say Rastafarian yom bo muti a omo muti e bia na population bi o ha omo pɛ de agi votes de so mun chere ni yan hwe ha okada for yen legalize on number bi o ho meto abaman enye utiase we don't bend the rules at a certain time ayen nyina hu say indiscipline. Now obata na obani fifie kwa wire Rastafarian no. Obetu achire na de. Do you know the impact that akwala na mudi hu komo say enka achimota ye ma ne kwan no? Do you know say the style? Do you know how many people it can influence them?
Now is it bad?
On got in school.
No, is it bad?
It's bad. You must
How
understand.
Bad?
What ba school ya catchero wo minim so ya SS phone bia.
Bia.
Inti u de bia na mu de mum ko school ni emu. Yeah, no man na ye wo 80s ba early 90s.
Me kai pa say me wo SS3. Me teacher be Mr. Mponsa. They say me nim baby o bad baby o bia so what be nka me man. Good afternoon. Mr. Mponsa. Obo me mabia you rain feeder. O say matare no. Eye atra me kotodwe. Me uniform.
And all crowd the chair.
Inti me hwe na man fancy school ho bio.
Yeah, you paboni se mo.
Man tie. And me de buy. Ya me tell me baby.
All the chair. All the chair. In those times, enka wo teacher punish you where you cry. Apart from see bone, senior. Or two boy. There be a boy better when I be docusi. To the be I just so high powerful moment do kan. What you say? And you may be a honor, yen so. Akwala wa wono. The fact that he's the brilliant child in the world. So what? The system, the policy in the school, that buy chauti. School uniform odi baniye. Umpabwa odi bani. Also to me a trefie. You are not the best out of the bunch. The fact that the parents for say, "Oh mama, sikadi ato cream we are singing now they try Rastafarian no," doesn't influence somebody's child.
And when you're natural hair.
Oh, no, near Chinese person. And I'm for body and Chinese and come. And you may be all there in the natural hair. Your word is an trinity. And as a parent, being any fair, then obey us our money back. Me, I don't have any problem. So, first obey. I'm not against that. Your own world, I said, the Papanica say, all right. But your right doesn't change the policy and the rules that they have established. You're right. And I'm fun. Obese right. The father said, or your Rastafarian. Of course, I mean, the person buy a Rastafarian. If so.
We are okay, dear, better not buy a Rastafarian.
So, I don't think now, man, about better than home. Okay? Mammy control. Obia, we study, how do you call it? this biological human niema. Oba wa wo no also your oba wo tete no. Odu a certain stage. Na damfo more influence on him or her than who parents now tifi. Do you believe it?
No, it depends on
psychological.
It depends.
I'm telling you about 80%. And yeah, it depends. That is the studies out there. The celebrities influence one kalasu kromwa. Role model. All that time I all say men who say mami ti the black and red effect or yeah me tin voice sa pepe na me pesa me no. Ono ne ba na wo na ne ote voice or so change a show atade na opesa o dia o ye nyina opesa o ye bi no. Do you know how many years or not they atete ba? Ebi akola ni hu no wadi be 25. Do you want to tell me say that 25 years na parents need influence one so. But role model ohun hu wa said the menu aba twa ni trinyi tara ta pepe na pesa me. O ye ni bien. Also me di 25 I have my right. Me boa. See that time parents has no control over the child again. On your manager bio or advisor or cannot pa or befa. What you say? Yes, so near me be so. Your force MY. Me cry the hammy cry sir. A topica. I say your man attention be discussing. I am a buffu chain bibia and sa na ye na wie. Opa ko two school na for banako. Why do we give prominence then I get in a parliament for tieni? Why? And kwalada go school ni anko kan wom ni an kan nipa dodo aye Rastafarians o so mpese mu ra school I mean niam bi ho a ye njai sa system na ye du enya bibia na democracy Yankopon kro onye democrat
no eden
Yankopon why the guy say Yankopon a democrat
autocratic
oka eno anu no bi nka bi intinu ye njai che dikra Elbi ne tete so a ene ye ne namu ana baabi YGKK ni sa nsem hunu na abeto krom hanuma edu baabi a no mbo pa di bibia betu se ye discuss hwe and they about a week ago mitwa na sankrofo ehu adwun besi mitri that YQG
LGBT
mo na waka ni ye wo ho hindi krom din kra minum mention na mitwa na bisa me ho se wo ye bema oti ho Yankopon aboba wo so mpe wo pe onyonko bema eyesa wanka san so wadwin mu no bema na akofa no so ndane ne ho oba na modam no answer me obema na akofa no tami ni ajekum ti hoi ugo ho ajekum asa ajekum da ne ho oba na me nware na oba na ye bo no na so uti wu no sanya dambo a edi ebio Yankopon abo ade na si hwa mu adeda ajekum da be ka oti ase obian bisa question yo just last week na see me today and ye de right ye di free baby aba ye discuss it we any hwe ebi ni ye tete hu me de me say o na so trinyi and am say me brother back at him so say in the brand o na so wan ka say de wo no obi e ti hoyi obi okoto atade o so pe Calvin Klein obi say mpe Kenneth Cole obi say obi propose ya no ma ye sikensi o fa kan but no crowd force me say be ko brand ojo bi na ahye na
sure first selection
bi na ahye na to say be do but no crowd brand wom don't you say on do say the brand but your brand e wo fie your brand no mama no papa if they see nothing wrong with it but en change obi environment as see discuss cry na you can try say teacher ni no take na me cry no na mama na waje ne dida na
Debbie
no nye no
omo say mma no omo je no but omo say onko uniform
and also ontwa that 24 hours cry wa say be ka to say to nursery school hope you we have to yeah and then asofo sorry and then abe another problem for our society. We are talking about indiscipline. These are all the things. And then America for Nima and Kababi free back. I'm telling you, at the time when they know, say, God is their only worship a year no more classrooms nyina be connect be Jesus a year boho. Knowing my right. Obi time we Supreme Court. The religion. Ebi na je kumuken. Oh, religion try to be far who dey so. I don't know be right there mo na Jesus avoho. Who at the time na omni Christopher Columbus established American. Oh, now where were you? And when they decided that this is the God they worship to be their national anthem, now we're here. Yeah, 200 years later, we have a who right into yin free classroom. They changed the uniform system. America in the public school be a qua or Saturday or pay. Do you know the problem that is causing for them? Do you know it? But seka omunyaya ka de womu nanano mo hye ye no. Enka ebia they can komu disu anase komu reform the krana ka they will stay totally out of it.
Esa Ghana se sia ebobo ba na wo se yetimi eketeli.
We so timi do nancy form. And am ga say de na niam na bi wan hu hia kra se be so so. Na ye say de hia ya fe.
Say your human right, children's right.
Human right.
The constitution it can say no child shall be deprived of medical care, education, and
no deprived. Okay, hospital now in Sika Ebesho. I don't know human rights for non country say human right in the motion on non. And I don't know Munkasa. Is it different? Don't can Medicare. Say who need care near America no crown human right or mudi ye de ni ade nyina. Because I'm say the only proper insurance to take care of your medical services, is also quite a better one. And the quality of the medical services is so unya. Compare with the Obi Okita Medicaid. I was so in Yajuma. Now, Banso Tiabiaman, Bisani say, care no, the same man. Human right. None of the missions, I mean, human right in a problem. But human right in the mission and take your mission human right so. And until the Yashim ran it down. The framers of constitution himself, yeah, but kuntokwa. Tieniye. Because I couldn't buy Rastafarian some colors or pepper wasabi. So I say, me buy me first and yes, I start on the same debate. Was an attack, the meaning in the problem. Oh, can I say? But it's only right to know any can't tennis sign and take ya miss me found who yes. What you say? Intinu say yaba near human rights. You must also think about the other side. The year can say, Yankasa Kolani must school. You see the policy of what school in here. So why do you want to force the school to change their policy for your own human rights? Maza. Now was I must I find a tell almost I'm rather different. Buy so kroma. Me say me na me headmistress. Ka 24 hours crowd ewa. You say they said a year ba virtual studies near Adiaba. You are power school upon sign be homeschool non kobi and no human rights will be entities. So to fear the extra wadi. And I'm boy. About him, I can be wearing your home be awesome. And your home be awesome. Oh, papa, found traffic, which is against your human rights. They say policy or hand me made this so. Missing me this so. Me too, I say. Okay, for back of ye, na coach na dear. And by your language, beyond and oh, yeah, like I said, about 150 radio stations, you know. You need near be break. Ya we no na ya topic.
I say Achimota School a public institution and ye private. Taxpayers' money and ye they run school. No. It is say be ane papa so ye taxpayer. Na se ne ba ba. What right has the school say be obey rejecting?
And first of all, crowd, I didn't think any uncle say Ubia the Bako school. And I do the free education by Muslim Montiase. And this is for Seno Montiase. Me boy. And also taxpayer be a TB. And I collect your bachelor BS, my friends. BC. Move for Bianco Secondary School. And all the marks too high there. There, we be 36 million, you know. I want to end your public school Nibia. Munjo Bia. The number of people I better register on. JSS, no. SSS, no. And JSS, say JSS. And so be a cafe. Obi a tax. utia tax into me say yanto policy into. Then me catch on say there is rules and regulation. What school? The fact that say a public school doesn't mean say school no emra na ho. Enti na me di kan catch on say aban bi obeye bia no emra da ho because aban dia. Public dia. Enti ye di mra ato ho. Titi agree. JB dan kwa no nyina be call achimota. Otia say time ana ye agree no ma yesisa ye be achimota money. Rollins awu koko achimota. Meboa. Na ene minimum how many years ago. Ona do so na human right. Ona perpetual tax wo krom ha. Into ko school intino. Policy na wo ho no. And no brand emfa. And achimota atade na ye hye no so yes sane. Sane so ye brand. I don't know call school atade wo ho no wo hye. I don't know kan tell so school atade na wo hye no mpe. That's what I'm saying uniform. I don't know say uniform no mpe. Na no do ogidi say e say white and khaki. Because a Rastafarian. Obesha trousers. Shoe no person say. I jump on cause guarantee. Ope guarantee ya fama no. Na uncle trans school no uncle siade. That will be his right. And I'm what? That will be his human right. Obia and challenge no. It is better for him. No one said to police. Send an eye in my kingdom. And to Mr. Kwajobo, to Mr. Me Baba. And then the headmaster crown and her crown and they said that you couldn't cut ganja, we said then the movers. Ganja. And I said, no, headmaster crown and one better near you chubby.
I sent you off a Rastafarian.
Oh, that's it. Rastafarian be a Aquabia, which who so be a Rastafarian now. I will see her ya. Na kwana abodam. Who now? See Rastafarian.
Kwani mo ya mzi ja Rastafari.
Rastafarian o ka kwani mo no so free o ko ka se nyina na abodam. Don't you say? Etinu ye nyina no enye bibia na society embrace. Because it gave you a certain thought to be a upia your appearance krano.
Na me say yekumo e kasa na me ka say na ye hu omo with a different kind of mindset be because beginning no na ye hu omo like that but you know and say omo doso inti it is high time say your best sign ye nie me bi
o se sound ye ma be
ye beji omo nyina
because on population ye say ono ya DMC da inti only mathematics he knows the system or a politician or counting counting numbers for vote. It on population, you say. Obama call yes.
So population no, we shouldn't consider them an asset.
What I'm saying is so more doors. More doors there's no more grow. There's a nyadi na oho. Nyadi na oho. But crack, they are growing. That is only submission. Anya bibi a waka boni o. I say omu grow. So we should pay attention to them. Yes sir.
Me na no me na meka.
Oh na oka. Now the Rastafarian I say legalize na.
Na bibia ya illegal.
Inti we hun common any dey.
E hun common ne say obi ese oye okuta dreadlocks. That is the culture.
And I'm saying you don't about him. You don't bring to the public institution. Yes, say you enjoy ha. I to say ene. Eyi aye no me. On friends George.
Campeno.
No.
Cigarette.
Cigarette. Me na no cigarette. What you say? You who say it is against the health of the people. And you pass a law say, Obenumwa, utumi num in the public place.
But even on the cigarettes in the quiet throw, who say it is harmful to your health.
But human right into your so there num. Yes, sir. But numa obenum, utumi num in the public place.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Utumi num in the public place because of natural who say it is
harmful to your
human health. To
now,
human health.
First,
it's a woman health and how they are. And yeah, a man can take it to yourself.
More,
see the difference there.
There's no difference.
There is.
The difference is that me person me baba Rastafarian. Okay? And I mean person uba I don't Rastafarian baba trachi mota me me ba two obi na be influence. Mr. Jekume, me ba o.
Rastafarian and I say being in Rasta no. Eye evil ana.
Oh, you are asking me if the intentions that started, the impression, who can't want them, say, from the beginning, we have a different impression about them. Eh? Oh, the opa, except say, yeah,
but say who say you grow, they say near messes, and nipa now who say be or to say no. They are not like that. And Mr. Jacob Cracker said, when you get closer to them,
make come what who or not to us against you or support too.
Hey,
against you, Bisana say at the time, no, Bisana anyone.
Unima.
Mami you are not anyone. But to say omu grow.
Mami you are not pregnant yes. Minu mienu eti hey. Ya come for. Obi a won nton a obo anameboa. Chire me abusua be mu e na pene so say oba ware oba.
Never.
E wo ya kan amamrem.
Never.
Abusua be na so obi anya rasta.
There be onka anya rasta ne mibusa ne say.
Nkoma ye die o ya sama na ya.
E na obi twan pese a. Ye hu ni say oye ye friend say.
U twan pese a ye hu say oye comfort.
Ebi wo abusuam ebi ho pokra ye de wo enti mpese twa no eno no yes no every day wo ka no ese ne ye ka no ade pokra ye nya kasa ye bra mu
mamra nya de obekan na oka even titino kra ye so akola twa uhu akola we twa mpese between 10 and ebia 1 either say nya konfufie ana bibi na asi ana say oyare ana say yesi yenye sade we mana
in our society
and maybe sometimes they can so me
but enso no wo fie enso na nya ade ani echi
so emrabia na ensi sade no ho but it wasn't in our society. We have already carved it, giving them a certain brand. Say so oya comfort o 20%. It shows the difference between on it the society into a 1 out of 10.
But that child was rejected.
Oh, yeah, argument. And then Obia who said a comfort brand, no. That comfort no munya. Pardon no to not him. But they are no crown and then cashi. It is now Obia
something that Rastafarians no send now
Rastafarian wasn't anything. No, because it is not anything for us to discuss.
It is.
Because Rastafarian, why are you giving them the attention? Obina decided that
is it. That is it.
I don't know
how tax na so called public school wo can the constitution.
What's the man who end this for? Also tax for public school.
We say member NDC.
Platform.
Because school na assembly even those people involved no crowd. Do you know their political color?
Media hold and family. Yeah, you have to know but on platform so on speaking notes. And no mo dia to so. Let's support the Rastafarian. Let's support the Rastafarian. My point is that
my phone was off almost the whole day. Me call your platform there.
And I said ban right. Obi aka ho asem nda radio so. They make control say. Me ni problem. If you get me wrong, you are wrong. What I'm saying say, utinwi na utu also be the brand bia. Me ni problem o. But in where there's a public decision, public society, where there's rules and regulations, I had to the school oba, obian chani trini, obian se kaki, obian to sata de we famrano, and found Rastafarian no emeteki decision MIA. That's what I'm saying. I don't have any problem. What do you also be a Rastafarian? Yeah, never nanti. Obian no any problem here.
Medase pa Mr. Boateng. Remember Mr. Jekumu so na yahwe the role Ghana Education Service a player in this issue no na omo make statement and if omo sign better sign that hun kro ne bana ma me fa message kakra enfam na fe yento aso amposa prof the way feature konos ma BIAMAH. I know a Rastafarian who is a lawyer. Can judges sack him from courtroom because the person is a Rastafarian? There's some Ghanaians logic. Rastafarians shouldn't hold any key position in this country. Let's be fair to Rastas because they have their culture. Not all Rastafarians are weed smokers and bad people. Regards to NPP, Abanga, aka Obia, Betiti, no dia or dia abanono. No one the Akbeda and was say bra kwesi whether JM or no JM. NDC isn't qualified to lead Ghana as a government again. That is, and leave that to the people of Ghana to decide. Uncle Ebono Duweyabano Simami B. In the budget statement, the NPP government said they will give rent loans to individuals who apply for and some tax reliefs, but it has been mute on the airwaves. The media are not saying it. Why? We will say it, Uncle Ebo. Don't worry. Give us some few times. Yebeka Hwasen. BMZ, it's my prayer that this time the new MMDCs will think about development and welfare of their people and not being selfish. Greetings to the incoming for the NPP Abele and Odiwe Efrinungwa Abba Kwame Entry new Aplaku and was good afternoon Mami BIAMAH. Please permit me to tell all Rastafarians and all those supporting them that religious freedom, like all other human freedoms, goes with responsibilities of obeying the rules and regulations of institutions. The only way to live a life of complete freedom is to live alone on a desert island where there are no rules. Please, this is not an issue that we should waste our time to talk about. These are the rules in the school. If you can't accept it, just go and look for another school. It's as simple as ABCD. BIAMAH, see those of us who are not even having dreadlocks on our heads. We are even more stubborn than those Rastafarians with dreadlocks. So we should know the difference. Most of my fans my friends are Rastafarians and they are very disciplined to be with, so we must stop tagging them bad as if they are even more dangerous than Atayi. God said the way every and Sawam and Odiaba Mamefa Eben Wabenya de Mefa and sorry and awesome. And was say, I don't know why Chairman Boati want to do politics with everything in this country. Please tell him he should upgrade a bit and stop such things. I'm NDC and I support the dreadlocks in schools.
And our platform so. And our platform so. My catch.
It's where your messages kakra. One more edia ba. Yes, I be my meshana YouTube so messages kakra omo dia ba na ya can kan ho no mo. Message my memory also na yen hwe. Usa asem ne ba na GSA issue order. Order school no said they should admit the students. Eche and almost I'm backtrack here. Sa adie we say.
My dear Nika, na meko eno so no menfa ibi ntwam.
Mate.
Obi obeka say Rastafarians no dressing no ebe the indiscipline ebe school dia. I beg to you. Mejitum say school no won the rules. But say the indiscipline ebe ba no. Oba na won school no e ono ani su ene ne ban. My dear woni ma me call school na me mates bebre enom ganja. Okay. As we sit here, apart from the pampine, but nen can it dear. Also, it's 100 miles, but meaning.
Oh,
near me can say, the pampine, and a man num be that.
So I know woman and say, is that what I know woman and say,
but they will not influence me in any way.
Any experience, Anna.
Or percent or
no, Mammy Brahma answer.
Their lifestyle cannot influence anybody.
What mean your experience creating in Pampa? Which I could see when we say
that will be at Napping.
The father but it is experience. Na me so me pampa kra minim and na you so minim but the point is that ebia me tin pampa the tin pampa ka do ka be
no bi da ne me kan say me no mo 19 na so ma no bi da tin pese woti ase say enye your friend say eye me misu enemy ban ya de ma
at the end of the day entity ya we be ma bofra no ofie na no
me do fie sesi a ma me pa se mi twam yeko ya chinchi na disco Saturday na Guinness abaso na you be party na me ko bi na me no monsa na omutu Guinness na so na me she cream trousers bi omutu so no na hwie gu na yi mark that was na Guinness na pampa na edin enti se na nsen
me say they are
madoji edufie awie me yi matade e dia sen ho do na akokora yi se no hwehwe me na wanhu me no tete me o wura me hono mu na no
pampa ni
ehia no wabo I make it. What's my quack? Next, be some sort of who check. You obey Pia, ade chin, no.
Oh, Master,
I'm pack. ɛyi gu your friend is saying matade
I don't know oya odi
your friend is saying
oya odi
e me huna otwitwa me
oh answer a question no
so no but otwitwa me wie no obehu no kra na ewom no ya make
So no abu free.
na eh papa go bu
tie ne make dia kwa
that's my point eh papa so come
Mr. What in patch of man
mene nkrofo nante ya omonom nsa nanso manum bi efise efie ankasa no e bon wo humpo no ne ye de beyew enti eno no trainee me e ma me kwa abonten a I never touch any alcohol, I never touch cigarette. Enti akola bia obeka say okọ school and obi influence no ma okoye bibi no who ejana ankasa you also have a problem in the house. So who kura wakola ni year ni obeye no school bia no oba bedu fia osuro obeja no ho no enti me anka say indiscipline omo de beba and me kan say me ni o mananti the real Rastafarians no highly disciplined than yene ye tete had mu. Highly disciplined. Hardly so benyan say or your argument wa bon. Nanso enam ni trimi ni ntino ya enso eyo no ni gidie eno no. Enti na me kan say ampa school no won mra e wo hodom. Nanso fa kwa ye keka kono ye drum pempenso bi a ebi enioma bi wo hodom a o say ye de betu bia. School ni rules no. Untimi kan kire say e superseding the constitution of our country. No. The constitution no ema kwan say ma yensi akola bia school kwan. Me enti and fa who this one constitution no, then the school rules cannot. And but the super
can't override the
it cannot override.
Constitution there catch the father said constitution I can human rights into
Article 28.4 and also no child shall be deprived of medical care, education, and all other.
No interest and sorry. And your friend say
yeah, religion, yeah, color.
And I'm saying,
and the decide this say an answer.
Oh no. And I'm saying the rules are subset of it. The fact that say I can't say don't deprive those the rules are saying to enforce the constitution. And I'm going to say it's a subset. Oh to me ni e be free now nyabi. You are making a wrong argument from using the constitution as a yardstick.
Me jitum say school no e won mra. Me nka say school no eni ne mra.
Na mra no na ye.
Me ko
your friend. And that constitution.
Me school a ye de me kokotu mu. Ne e rules wo ho. Wednesday pokura no say wan ko asori awie a wo asem. So no. But ye can we say nyina no. Ye kan yo no ye jai your friend say ne ye de be share ye bu ade enim as say yakwa akogye atum. Me and only a honma a hamikese. We were all indoctrinated into Christianity. We didn't know anything about it.
I don't feel then right.
Yaba ababesum. And here you see and no, Ediababe setting up rules. Ediama Ubiswa 1G and 2. And na me can say, you don't pensobia or say a status say you sadiano. If I mean, I overcost rubber from saying about the discipline pa any Rastafarians are yeni a good hand to do no. See a fat yeni a yako asori. Yaji Christo sum etum 10. Near for Rastafarians 2. Near ban faith. Send your Bible no catch and say, love thy neighbor as thyself. The two Rastafarians will go through.
Go to heaven straight.
Me na me catch it than your friend say, yeni see a year Christo for. We are wicked.
No, there's nothing wrong with your head.
Anthony, I can say the guy, the Mutrimi, has nothing to do with your friends or discipline.
But your main go to Article 28, Anyone, Parliament shall enact such laws as are necessary to ensure that A. Every child has the right to the same measure of special care, assistance, and maintenance as is necessary for its development from its natural parents, except where those parents have effectively surrendered their rights and responsibilities in respect of the child in accordance with law. Every child, whether or not born in wedlock, shall be entitled to reasonable provision out of the estate of its parents. Parents undertake their natural rights and obligation of care, maintenance, and upbringing of their children in cooperation with such institutions as Parliament may. Every child has the right to be protected from engaging in work that constitutes. No child shall be deprived by any other person of medical treatment, education, or any other social or economic benefit by reason only of religious or other beliefs.
Into deprived, no.
Before no, and I may base on say no child shall be deprived by any other person of medical treatment, education, or any other social or economic benefit by reason only of religious or other beliefs.
Okay. Okay. And to me, my point is that when you set up, especially let's take the medical services, not to deprive. We use the word deprive,
Private.
but Oko Medical Center. So, first of all, the rules that enforces that deprive is by saying, say, oh, for ID card, the bra. O medical ID card, but near who say, oh, ya Ghana ni. Say, Udim Raso, Utia tax. O just say, into your medical services, say you A, B, C, D. Yeah, who dia, yen to me, mouth. Yes, sir. That rules now your best setting under the deprived, Agent and no na yadi okay, so that is my point. To say me enye kwala no Rastafarian now why and I am a problem. Menyaka, and no me problem. I have no problem with that. If that is the belief, but you are entering another area, you want to educate yourself. Uko honomono. Teacher ni mra ya ye da school tete. Say akwala no ba onfa uniform 2 onfa enkranta enka ho onfa bucket onfa we ni nyina no it doesn't come under that right, and then any on country say I am a constitutional right. Say o ko school say o come here chere na de ntini say onfa uniform ra onfa uniform ma eno so I don't know who you be a free mu. Now you catch us say akwala bi e ba on twa ni tiri to this level. You describe what you. Also, media, I am a believe. Now, why don't they believe no nibi?
Is that your compatriot to us, ma'am?
Oh, Nika say good, Ekasasem we say. Sister, share. Woman ni school nyoma on famra. What nasya when you talk about food, clothing, and shelter, ni na woni school nyoma na odi banu. The only thing that I feel say, udi ebesi sino me putting in that way. And it's a ebia ni GDA, say ni trimi. Untwane pese wosi onkutwa ngo nya woka bia no one uni asem bia
asa school no so omo admit no omo ma omo rules e wa ha say twauti down
my dear onima menka say school no any rules from the beginning yeah make nyina ne say ne be ya sade we say enkoba no ye drum pempen so bia wo say ye tenase ne ye hwese ye
e ma bi wo ha e be revise
na yakọ yanim if you say ye ka say sa ne de ebekọ a Yabekwa kope asem edi amai ho enye de that is where I come in strongly against say when you talk about indiscipline now ye man mpokura na omunye dreadlocks no they are more indisciplined than your friends say the Rastafarians.
Somebody said it here
unima my dear odi anwumre be 8 o'clock me fall ne ntwam wo achimota na kohwe omo hihye nguro mo munum cigarette
so okoma ho kwa say ye Rastafarian na obenya be man so obebo ni tiaba me be a question. I know the under right. And now there's all right no ni. Because so they are Rastafarian. It is indiscipline now, it is not like you are open a gate. For Bibia, who expect to say, Ebeba Otiho, na fe akwala. Waba first year. Ewo SS. Oya mema di abeye madi. What you say? It is no wage ya who count salary be 3 bomas and what tobacco no. What now first year student or no so bash a week na nasi akoyepe so oba no so you're right oh enya no kre ya tra krom ane ya see yesua bibia yesua ni ye
very good
that is what I'm saying
very
say
good.
Wo asama wo kan college schools say wo abrochire no mu ni ade nyina no because of their set up their rules so odo be school uniform way and assessor oshe atade we and so say oshe awoba so oshe sa water we who and we decided so do Bible school so you must obey the rules mokoye constitutional ye pass law America I'm talking about my and on be to me the atade bia krako school no edu baby no then the school beginning to give also a prescription say the father say obetua share ordinary atade no ultimately share be a hood way enfama ultimately ye way enfama because edu baby when kwala ne kra ba o say who don't know the two ashem eno na treat to our classroom. No kum nipa na bi about time that time they what done weni. No one be jamba because oh ya no
have the right to handle the weapon. Free.
You see?
Freedom to hand. And
okuni wi asema okay. I don't think I'm run omo tiasi. Okuni wi dey say all right. All right. Only if you go and learn. There's no child in America have a right to hold a gun. They may try educated public they own.
Yeah, me can say.
I didn't right now. Kola no also hold the gun. Say, all right now.
The weapon in the house.
All but ne papa to and a wafa. It in America.
The father has a right to keep the gun in the house.
And no to offer no come member.
Gun over.
Yeah, this is for prescription. Me can't put me in the politics.
You will go and register.
No, a serious leader would think like this. Because even America for network, when it's a gun issue, is a problem. They want to amend it. Several times they have made effort. Obama, gun legislation. Huh? Because if the appearance are negligent. It will right to say, human right now kada kofa gun. Omekum me buy bia me obaba akupe. Omekunu. Because of your indiscipline. Because we just butu atu mo bia befa. Obi o te classroom or no ka so ne papa petu ana se ne papa petu. Eno na ye kan wasemi. Sa me mpa. Na se wo mpa. Eno ti ya hihye mra to. Se yendi sa mra we so. Utumi mra na. Enfa mesese ade a ya hihye to. That's my point. Akola ni nyi. Ha? Wako ni siku awie. Na se o se ono de rasta no beye. Ha? No nya obi ensi ni kwan. Oko gina also called parliament. Obi be Rastafarian omu ade. Parliamentarians go mu na Rasta. Akobu nya baba akukura okrom ha. Because papa no mama so ga say o go to aba mo obi a Rasta no ko parliament. Huh? It here eni ma bi ho a it is me can say enye yesu eni ye ban no. We shouldn't entertain it. Me nkasa nye ni human right. Me nkasa kola no so obi a de waye bi onya kola born. I have no problem. Onyi no person oya. Unum impressions enya. Me to my office. That's also pejuma. I'm not being racist. But the point is that me to my office na waba. E be also be pejuma. The first time, oba be a rasta ye gusu hu ni ade. E be you must be the smartest person on earth. But the first impression,
your hairstyle will put you off.
It can give anybody different impression.
Appearance.
Meaning several people, the most smart kids, acquire we invented Facebook. Go and read his history. Go and read Bill Gates. The first time when he discovered software, the first office of PSA facility, or a t-shirt, Harvard student. When he was just t-shirt, was shake a key. The first time he entered that office, according to the memoir, they walk him out. Oh, no, get out. What do you want? With this t-shirt, we don't bring it to this office. What I say? The first impression. But baby, what could do?
But don't forget that first.
But from moving from there,
it can be deceptive.
Let me move on. Mr. Go and read his memoir. It changes his life.
So it should tell
and
you.
He's managed to achieve.
Do not allow first impressions, Tembiano, to give you that.
My first impression can take my destiny away from me. He changed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. At the age, I need 14 and 15. I don't have a right, Or 18, I can have this right. American knows I can't wait to be 18. Because of the 18 now. Or to me determine. I'm not saying the 18.
They're still all right.
But yes, and all right. Oh, but what do 1 year? The I got all right. And not one man who had the enemy.
I was here for a need 100.9 FM. Was so a well, and me mighty and Utie and ne na attention no edaswa e wo soro na me bisa Mr. Jakum ese yenhwe GS wo mo order ya wo de ma school no na kire wo san e twe wo ma no from school no